now I want to talk about a recent purchase, well, not a recent purchase, but a purchase I made, and I went and got myself a second Wolverine, um, purely because I really like them, and I know they're expensive, but yeah, I just really like them, so I can't help myself. Maybe I have a problem, maybe I don't, but I'll probably end up with a third one as well at the rate this is going. So you've already seen the first one, that was Gen 1. They stopped for a while because of all the rush on AR-15s. And why does that affect Wolverine? Because the main part of the fabrication process is shared with real AR-15s or M4 bases, and that rush caused a shortage of materials and subsequently caused the stopping of MTWs, the Forged series, not the Billet series. They came back with the Forged series, and they gave you the option of either the first one you've seen in my videos or the tactical trim edition, and that's the one I got mainly because I really like the rails on it. So without further ado, I'll take out this won't open easily. So this is a Pelican, which one was it again? 1700 case. Blech. And here we have the new Wolverine I got. So basically what they changed about this version is the quad rail edition at the front. The grip, I'll position it like this, so this. And the stock, though this is not the stock you get when you buy it, I had to change it immediately. Even though it was a good stock, I very much prefer this one, which I'll tell you which one it is in a moment. But it's a sort of angled stock in a similar style to this one, but more slimmed down. If you check the pictures on my Instagram, you will see the stock it comes with, because I took a few pictures of it in stock, so you could do a comparison if you so wish. Now, difference wise compared to the Gen 1, there's not really that much difference. The main difference is you can see they changed the line, and as far as I know, they added a filtered grip, filtered line to protect your internals from debris. But if you're just clean, then I doubt very much debris will get into your replica. But that's mainly the difference between if you get this model or you get the standard or other version. That's the rail, the grip, and then the stock, which is no longer on this one. And then this very nice flash hider at the front. So that's mainly what the tactical package consists of. It's this, the flash hider, the rail, the grip, and the stock. Just notice that I'll have to tighten this down a bit more, but that's not for now. So apart from that, as you can see, I already started to add my accessories, which was the main point of the video. So with this one, I decided to go for a front grip. The other one has one too, but this one is the vertical front grip, which is from PTS. This is the smallest one of the two, so you can get two versions. The other one is about here, I think, but I found this one to be more suitable for what I had intended with it. And normally, if I remember how it worked, Ah, yeah. There's a button. Yeah. I'll have to turn it around so I can see it properly. Now, if it would be so kind as to open. No. Yeah, okay. It opened like 35 times and now it won't open. But judging from the lines, you can see it has a flap that you can open and store some small items in it. Not really sure what, but maybe some little batteries for your optics or Skittles. But there you go, you could store something in it. But sometimes I struggle with my arthritis and I can't open simple things. But you can see that it obviously has a bottom that you can open. So it's held on by a flat screw. So very easy to put on and off, which with most grips. So I show the flash hider. Yep. So the other things I added was the stock. So this is a PTS EPS stock. It is about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I think it was 5 positions, but it's a bit beefy. There is a slimmer version. There's the C version, which stands for compact, but I prefer the more beefy version. And also because you have, if you get an AEG maybe, you can get all this real estate to put batteries in, or if it's this one an HPA, you can, I don't know, again put candy in it maybe, or some batteries, your choice. So put it in like this and then voila. It has a very nice push button with some nice tension on it. I really like this stock, very sturdy, good quality plastic. As you can see, there's not really much seam lines on it. Very hardy plastic. I don't think there's any better kind of plastic. So this stock is about 60. This was about 20 to 30, the grip, the front grip. And then of course we come to the optics, or maybe the most important accessory. I went for a dual setup this time, instead of just a single scope. I went for a red dot with magnifier setup. So here we have our Spark red dots, or in this case a Spark Solar. Now why a Spark Solar? If you look closely, you can see a little solar panel. So that's why it's called the Spark Solar, because it also uses a little solar panel to charge the battery. And that prolongs the battery life substantially. They claim, well, you know, claims, but supposedly the should last about 100,000 hours. That still has yet to be tested, but that's their claim. So it actually assists in keeping the battery healthy. So then again, the price tag does show. I think this one was about 350 to 400. So not quite cheap. Then again, it's intended for real steel, so there are of course more affordable options, but that's a choice you'll have to make for yourself. As you can see, the Spark Solar is mounted on this beautiful riser, which comes included if you buy the Spark Solar. That would be a bit offensive if you had to go out and buy your own riser after spending so much on the Spark Solar, but it's included. If you don't like the raised option, there's a lower base you can attach, which also comes included, so it comes closer to the replica or rifle. But I went with the riser option, not only for allowing me to wear a mask or something, but also for the for my neck, and it just made it more usable. Apart from that, it has quite a few features. So we have all the adjustability you would have. So to completely sight in the red dot. This one is our battery compartment. This big here, behind here is the pie-shaped small battery that you usually get in your optics. Apart from that, there's just the adjustment dials to perfectly sight in your optic. And here we have our intensity buttons, because it is of course illuminated red dot. So here you can add or lower the intensity of the red dot. Behind here we have our magnifier. So basically the red dot only has a one-on-one magnification, so it doesn't really magnify anything. In order to get the flexibility of a red dot, but still have some range ability when you want to, that's where these magnifiers come in. So they allow you to use a red dot when you want to, and if you want some range, still be able to use your red dot, but add the magnifier, making it a sort of scope. What the magnifier actually does is what it says, magnify, so it will literally magnify anything placed in front of it 3 times. So this is a 3-time magnifier. This is a 3-time magnifier. There's also a 6-time magnifier. It basically, as I said, just magnifies everything placed in front of it 6 times. This system is, you have push button systems. This one is just, you pull on it and it goes to the side, and then you can just use your red dot. And if you want some range, just put it back and you can start engaging more distant targets. This is a as you can see, it's mounted on a QD mount. You have also more permanent mounts like these, but this one came with a QD mount, so I installed it anyways. I'm not really sure, I don't have that much experience, so I'm not really sure if there is any difference, if one is better than the other. Here you have the flexibility of quickly taking it off, mounting something else, or taking it off and mounting it on a different replica. That's basically the idea behind it. So I think it's down to personal preference, but only time will tell if it's something I'm a fan of or not. At the moment, I quite like it. I thought there was some play in it compared to a fixed option, but if you follow the instructions, then it is very tight and it won't move. So if you look on this side, there's an adjustment screw. So you open the lever by pressing here, which will open up the lever, and then you put the lever all the way open. Then you can put it on your rail, and then you start adjusting with small increments, which is specified in the manual. And then you just start to move the lever until you get that right tension where it grips, but you don't have to put force in order to close it. And then you have set up your QD mount perfectly. And as you can see, there is no movement. With this one, you can of course have adjustment. So you can, because if you mount it just like that and you start using it, it might be out of focus. So we use this right here to adjust to get a perfect side picture. And then of course we have these caps here to perfectly line it out. There's one here. And one on the top, as with this one, so you can adjust and line the magnifier perfectly up as you did with the red dot. And you get these very handy protective caps for when you're not using it. About the replica itself quickly, so this is the 10-inch version. There's also a 14-inch version, but if you want the tactical trim, you can only get that in 10-inch. So if you really want the quad rail with this grip and the momentarily not visible stock, then you have to stay in 10-inch. The 14-inch one only comes with the classic model that was available before. The weight is about 2.5 without anything on it. And the length, I'll measure it for you, aside from that being 10-inch, of course. So currently it is 73 centimeters with the stock collapsed. I do hope I measured that right. Yeah, about 73. And if you fully extend the stock, we get about 81 and a half. So there we have my second Wolverine. So I set this one up, as you can tell, for a more active type of engagement, and the other one was more set up for distant engagement, but actually you can play with it however you want, but I just prefer to test out the red dot magnifier setup. I'll make another video where I go into more detail about the replica itself, but this one was just to showcase my second Wolverine to you and give a little bit of explanation about the accessories. Last thing was I got new mags for it. So these are the new PTS EPM mags. And this is a PTS EPM 1 mag. This is about 150, this is about 250. But these are very, very hard springs because 250 rounds. So if you overfill these, if you try to fill them to the max, they will start to deform or warp your BBs. So you can use them, but you'll have to work them in, so to speak. So always small increments each time, and that will bed in the spring. Some people love them, some people don't. And this is the new one with the very nice fake bullets. So just to give you an idea, that's how it looks with the PTS EPM1. Very nice look, I think. But it's not bad with the EPM1. Oh, okay. I think I like this one better. I don't know about you, but let me know what you think. But both are good mags. It comes down to personal preference. So for the PTS EPM ones, I've got 4 of those and only 2 of these because I wanted to test them out. Originally, the Wolverine comes with this one, which is also about 120 to 150. But this one has the followers that comes out, and what that does is it says to the trigger board to stop firing, and then you have to push the bolt release to make the Wolverine function again. So it's to add realism. When you're using one of these mags or other mags, always make sure you push that one back in, because if you leave it like that and then push it in, it will break off. So make sure this goes back in. So if you want more realism, I think you can order these separately, and then it will stop firing once the mag is empty. With mags like these, it will just keep going and you will dry fire. So that's pretty much all the accessories I have on this Wolverine for the moment. I still want to add a flashlight, maybe a silencer, a sling of course, and all those bits and bobs. But you get the main idea is there, the main look is there, and I think it worked out quite nicely. Let me know what you think about the build, what you think could have been done better, or if you have questions or anything, just let me know. I'm more than happy to answer anything or take advice, like you did that wrong or you placed that wrong. I'm always open to feedback or any type of questions. So that's pretty much it for the video. I'm just gonna place it back in its little bed. I quite like these Pelican cases. Expensive, but I was very lucky and my mom managed to find 3 of them for the price of 1. So bonus. Just gonna, yeah, and there we go. So sorry about the slight technical difficulty with the camera shaking. That was my mistake. I thought I saw something. I wanted to. There's a lot of flies here, so which aggravate me immensely. So I wanted to swat the fly and hit the camera operator. But that's the hazard of the job. If you work with me, hazard pay. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. If you're, as I said, always feel free to contact me, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. That's the main deal. So take care and have a nice day or evening, depending on where you're watching from. Bye bye.